I was able to work for 5 years with a group of people that always seems mostly happy. And the happiness came from somewhere within them, with nothing outside. Terrible living conditions, bad food, and a lot of strenuous work in the very hot sun. Everybody was just so unbelievably happy. That was contagious. I came to Auroville in October of '68. Basically knew very little about what was going on. Then you just hear this thing in the background, the Matrimandir, the Mother's Temple, place for meditation and concentration, and the soul of Auroville and everything. But it was all a distant thing. I was planting trees and building dams and digging wells and that stuff. But then they said to me, you have to go and see what's happening up at the center. So I went up to the center, and it was something out of Egypt pharaoh times. And there were just literally thousands of guys, all with metal pans on their head or wicker baskets on their head. I was fascinated by the organization of it, that it was moving smoothly, and there was very little collisions and accidents and stuff like this. I would sit there just watching it. It was fascinating to watch. It was my television of 1968. But I didn't get involved till later. In 1973, the mother left her body, and I was having a difficult time with that, adjusting to that, accepting that. But I was also not in what I would call a depression, but a funk, you know. And so I went over to the Matrimandir just to hang out, because it had pleasant memories of the digging time. So this was like about 5 years later or 4 years later. And it was '74. I was struck with the energy of the place. I felt unbelievable. This cloud that was over my head just vanished, you know, and I said, wow. So I kept on going over for a few days and helping here and helping there and doing this, there, little tiny things. And then I went to Shamsudra and I said, Shamsudra, I'm going to go work on the Matrimandir, and goodbye. There I met a fellow named Tom Greer. And Tom Greer really showed me how to work. And we put in 8-10 hour days, 6-7 days a week, and we were just so deliriously happy. We were sunburned, we were eating terrible food, but we were just joyous. And everything on the structure was harmony. It was harmonious, is what I'm trying to say. And there was a lot of quibbling and pettiness off the structure, but on the structure, everybody did their job. There was a good vibration present. And basically everybody was very, very high. And they were high off the mother's energy. Yes, it was some of the some of my best times in Auroville was working on the Matrimandir. We were doing scaffolding work, and we were doing shuttering work. And there was 2 shuttering teams, and there was maybe 3 or 4 scaffolding teams. And we would put up the scaffolding, and it was amazing that so few accidents took place, because we had no protection whatsoever, and we were pretty stupid, actually, in how we approached things. And we would joke around and kid around at ridiculous heights and very stupid manner. And so nobody got hurt was really a thing. And I watched this thing grow. I mean, we were all aware that we're all having this, what can I call it, spiritual experience through working on this structure. The time had a factor in there also, that we were all sharing that time in that moment together. And that was the closest I have ever experienced what I think Auroville is trying to become. So even though I was 28 years old at the time, I grew up a lot working on the Matrimandir. And I began to understand this energy that I'm told is the mother's energy, and the few times that I've seen her or been with her, it is her energy. When I go to the Matrimandir, I'm able to tune into the energy that I feel is here in Auroville. It is a time for me where I would like to be able to carry that energy through the whole day. But I haven't been able to do that yet. I always allow myself to get distracted with other things, you know. I don't have to be in the chamber. I can be outside and around it. And I get a feeling of the magic of the place. Basically, it's her magic. The energy is truly uplifting. Well, for me, it's truly uplifting. And that's why I think almost everybody goes there. Well, I immediately go into a conversation with Mother. I ask for her help. I ask for her help to be a better person. I'm trying for a purification of my being. So I have lots of talks with her about that. Sri Aurobindo always comes in because I'm just starting to experience his vastness, which is mind-boggling. I try to keep junk out of my head. I feel if I keep on aspiring for growth in my inner being, that it will possibly manifest. The chatter in my head at one point always distracts me, and I'm trying to quiet the chatter. And that's, my ego always tricks me. And I'm back here, I'm one moment off in traveling the universe, and the next I'm back chattering about some ridiculous thing that has no meaning whatsoever. And I never know how long I've been chattering until I catch myself and I go, oh, my Francis, there's no hope. And then there's just moments when everything stops. There's a clarity. And my biggest complaint is I can't hold it. As soon as the mind recognizes what happens, it clicks in, and then it's gone. I would like to have longer periods where I'm having that experience.